everyone, morning. I was doing my morning studying this morning, and came across a part about tips on giving your cats supplements, and I thought I gotta stop and do a video on this because this could be really helpful for people. So these are some ideas for if you have a cat with a health condition that needs a prescription medication or something that you and your vet are treating your cat for with any type of supplements. And sometimes if you have a supplement or a medication in a capsule form, and I have my dog this morning, not my cat, he's hiding. If you have something in a tablet form, I meant to say, then you could always use like a pill pocket and a pill pusher, and actually pill your kitty and just have the device and you put it in the mouth and shoot it down their throat. And that works fine for some people and some cats, but I find if this is something you just need to treat for a week or so, that's fine. But if you have a situation where it's an ongoing medication or supplement that you're going to be giving indefinitely to your cat, this can create just an emotional issue for your cat in regards to you and how they view you, especially once they get accustomed to, if you're coming at them with this device twice a day, cats are very routine. They'll get to know the time of day, morning, evening, and they'll see you, and before you even get a chance to get the pill and get the pillar, they're off, they're hiding under the bed or behind the couch or whatever, running from you. So it creates an emotional detachment issue sometimes between the owner and the cat. So there's some really good ideas of how we can avoid this. And then also there's times where you're giving a capsule or a powder that you don't even have the option to use a pill pusher device anyway. So here's some tips and tricks on what you can do. So for myself personally, Stubbins on a allergy medication every day from his skin allergies, and it's just a little small tablet. So, I actually forgot part of what I was going to show you. But that's okay. So he's on that every day, and then I have him on 2 different herbal compounds of things that I've made to boost his immune system that helps his skin allergy dysregulation, and then there's a special herb for his skin. So like these are some of the herbs that I give him, and I make them in capsules. So I have to have a way, I just lost that one. I have to have a way for him to just eat this in his food. So one thing that I do that you can do is I like using just freeze-dried meat or freeze-dried raw nuggets. They have like raw nuggets or not raw patties. This one's Pure Bites, and cats tend to really, really love the flavor of these. And another one I would recommend everybody is the Primal brand, Nature's Variety, or Stella and Chewy's brand. They all have some freeze-dried meats, and the cats just love them, especially something like the duck liver, beef liver. A lot of times some of the fish ones cats really love. And so what I do is I'll just take a couple pieces, and the trick is you want to make this very small. You don't want to try to put all their medication, their supplements into a normal size meal, because what if they don't eat the meal and they walk away and then they didn't get the correct dosage of what they need? So you want to make this treat very, very small. This is what I have to impress upon people. Like literally, I will take 2 little chunks of this freeze-dried meat, and all you gotta do simply is crumble it up and add some warm water, just enough to make it kind of like a gooey mush, like a canned food. And then this is what you'll mix the supplement into and serve them this as a treat and let them just eat this. And then the key is give them this before their meal, so they're still really fresh and hungry. So for Stubbin, I will just mix this up and give this to him in the morning with his supplements and his pill before he even eats his breakfast. Another option, if you have something that's a pill, you can use the pill pockets, and I'll use that for him sometimes because I have a pill I have to give my dog too, and then the pill pocket you can just break into a little small piece and squish really close around the pill so they'll eat it that way. So this is a really good option. Another thing you can do is just a very small amount of adding a small amount of tuna juice or chicken juice, like from a can of chicken. Sometimes cats do well with the chicken or turkey baby foods. Anything that's like a liver pate, those work really well. But mostly I just kind of steer people towards using something like this that's already this is a really super healthy treat for your cat anyway, and designed for cats and dogs. But it's just freeze-dried meat, so really either or. And you know, it gives them that really yummy flavor and makes the supplement and the, you know, the pill time of the day like a fun treat as well. And if you have a cat that's super picky and sensitive to smells and everything, even this may be a hard option, especially if you're feeding a dry food diet, especially if you're leaving a dry food diet out all day long. That's going to make them very picky and finicky. Even if you're feeding a canned food only or can and mix diet twice a day, sometimes that still leads the cat to be very picky. So one thing that I've found that works well, that we've even had to do, is actually limit the number of feedings in the day to help them be more hungry so that they eat that meal or that treat. So like with Stubborn, we will just actually feed only a very small meal in the morning. And what I've done now is just give him his raw food with his supplement and his pill, and I add a little bit of that, and he gets just a very small meal in the morning, and that way he's really hungry in the morning and he eats it all very well. And then at night I give him a large meal, more than he even will eat, enough to just fill him as much as he wants until he walks away. And that system of kind of just doing one big meal a day, usually it makes them hungry enough that they will eat the other meal and eat all of their supplement and their pill. So that's a very good idea, very good way to manage, because cats tend to be a lot more picky than our dogs and don't just lap everything off their plate. So we have to sometimes outsmart them a little. And so certainly, like I said, if you're feeding, like free feeding dry food, then, you know, a lot of times this kind of practice is going to be very hard to get your cat to eat anything, and, you know, can just end up being somewhat of a nightmare if you have to give them a supplement or a medication and, you know, chasing them around the house to do it. So, you know, if it takes picking up the dry food and just limiting their meals to once or twice a day to make this happen, then it's definitely worth it for you and your pet. So I hope this helps, and any questions, just let me know. Bye.